Why can't car companies just make a good car at a good price? The Nissan Sentra might be that car. For 2026, the Nissan Sentra has entered an all-new 9th generation. The most conspicuous giveaway is the exterior. Kiddo, you're young. Do you like the Nissan Sentra?
I like the front, but everything else looks kind of mid.
Personally, I was not sold on the style of the new Sentra until I saw it in person, and I'm like, I'm kind of liking that a little bit more day by day. And I kind of like the 3-spoke wheel design that they've got. It's almost like they're leaning into their heritage a little bit. You got those thin LED projector headlights. The two-tone paint on our tester looks pretty cool. And no matter what you think about the style, it's super aerodynamic. It's like less than a 0.27 drag coefficient on the lower trims.
We're driving the SR trim, so we have a little more color than other trims. I really like this multicolored stitching on the dash, on the console, and the trim that they've added to the seats. Other than that, it looks simple and functional.
They're 20-ounce Yeti cups. Fit comfortably in the cup holders, but also in the doors, both front and back. I'm impressed with the center console storage, by the way. This is weirdly big for a compact sedan. I'll also add that material quality as you poke around, it doesn't feel dangerously cheap. Now, we were not driving the base trim. I'd love to see if that feels dangerously cheap, but at least the one we're testing here, it feels pretty nice in here.
It does.
One thing I don't think feels nice is the climate controls, the capacitive interface. I would just love to have buttons that I can not have to look at to activate.
I would as well, but if you don't want to use those, you can also access them through the screen.
Though, did you notice it took a little beat for it to actually pull up? That's one thing I've noticed about the standard 12.3-inch display. It's also a little bit laggy. Every once in a while, you'll hit one of the sub-menus on the left side, and it's like, oh, why am I not seeing the music menu yet?
Or when we first got in, you attempted to lower the volume, and it did not want to.
This thing's made to rock. Over in front of the driver's side, a 7-inch screen comes on the base trim, but all other Sentras get this dual 12.3-inch display setup. Oh, and then we also have a dual USB-C ports standard, along with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone connectivity, though wireless phone charging is only on the higher trims. Lagginess aside, how do you like this?
I think this setup looks really nice. The dual screens under a single pane. The graphics on the main screen look modern, colorful. I like it. Crisp. I also like that you can reconfigure it with the widgets you like, and I found it easy to navigate through the menus. One
really interesting thing about our Sentra is that we have a 360-degree camera system. You access it with this little button right here next to the knob, and you do not find this on a lot of compact sedans. Moving to the seats, I'm not sure if this is an SR specific thing, but the lateral support is really quite good, and I'm not experiencing pressure points. How's your seat comfort?
Cushy and comfy, but I have manual controls only to adjust it, although I was able to get into a comfortable position.
Two oddities about the driving position for the driver. I noticed that the steering wheel doesn't quite come down as far as I would like. It's a little bit higher. And then I also felt like, I was like, am I canted slightly off? And I was trying to figure out why. Here's why. Here's the driving position, and I thought something's a little bit off, and I figured out what it is. The screen slightly drifts away from the driver on the left side. So there's just a little asymmetry here that kind of threw me off. It's not a problem, but if you're hyper attentive like me, you might notice it. For backseat space behind my ideal front seat position, great knee room, seat sits high enough that I can slide my feet under. Headroom is barely adequate, and I'm gonna move over here so you can see it more clearly. My poofy hair is just about touching the headliner. 5'10", long torso, poofy hair. But look, I can sit in the middle position, roughly same head situation, but it's workable. Hey kiddo, 2 questions. How's access to the Sentra?
It's low and easy to climb aboard.
And then once you're back there, how do you like sitting in the back seat?
It's comfortable, but there are no backseat air vents.
Boo! Hiss! Boo!
Woo!
Hiss! That's a quality hiss.
Oh yeah. Her traditional snake-like upbringing has really paid off. Heads up, this flip-down armrest only comes on the higher SL and SR trims. For cargo, there's 14.3 cubic feet, which is about average for the segment. We've got gooseneck hinges, so be careful if there's anything stacked too high over here. One thing Nissan did to make it easier to use the trunk is to make a low, wide lift over, so it's easy to get stuff in. We got remote releases for the 2 seat backs there. And then there's also, I put a bunch of crap on the back seat. There we go. That got it. And then we also have a little bit of underfloor storage. What we don't have under here though is a spare tire. Instead you have a tire repair kit. I'd rather have a spare tire.
If you'd like to install a car seat in your Sentra, we have 3 top tethers as well as lower anchors in the outboard positions. I really like how easy to access the lower anchors are, and I like how vertically oriented these seat belts are, which makes them easy for children to buckle. One thing I don't like is that we have these fixed headrests, so if you have a vertically oriented booster, it might not be able to lie flush against the seat back. I'm 5'2". Behind a workable front seat position for myself, there is room for a rear-facing car seat.
Looking at safety, the Nissan Sentra rates strong. Now, the NHTSA hasn't rated it yet, but it is an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. There's a full suite of active driver assist technology, and it has 10 airbags standard. Rear window test. All the way down. Bam. Is your hand okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yay. Armrest test from an 8 and 4 position, easy access to the inboard and outboard armrest. This one's a little bit firmer than the outboard, but decent squish factor, especially for a compact car. I'm gonna go car. It sounds like I'm drunk.
You're drunk with excitement.
Let's just say 4 out of 5 fuzzy bunnies on the Micah Muzio armrest test. So we've got a functional interior, lots of safety, comfortable, kind of stylish. You're wondering, is there a catch? Glad you asked. The only engine offered is a 2-liter 4-cylinder paired with a continuously variable transmission and front-wheel drive. Fuel economy slightly worse on the upper trims. One weird thing, there's no hybrid offered and there's no more powerful engine available, unlike many of the Sentra's competitors. Count it down, kiddo.
3, 2, 1.
Floored! Whee! Power is in line with other compact sedans. Nonetheless, the Sentra off the line feels slow. 0 to 60 time is about 8.5 seconds. So we don't have a powerhouse, and it is paired with a continuously variable transmission. Everybody boo and hiss yourselves. Ah, boo. Give me a hiss, kiddo. Good hissing. The continuously variable transmission, though, they've retuned it for like more natural acceleration feel. And true enough, if I floor it here, we get that pull, and then when it does these kind of like quasi gear changes, it feels just like almost like an automatic transmission gear change. So it's not displeasing in the way it delivers its power. I just yearn for a little bit more. Many of its competitors offer more powerful engines if you want to pay that money. As for ride quality, there's all sorts of bumps on our little mountain town here, and I don't find it to be chattery or unpleasant. You do feel the road, but I think it's pretty darn refined. And then how it steers, just simple, predictable, not overtly sporty, but competent, the kind of steering you just don't think about. Let us now conduct the Micah Muzio Limo Challenge. Can I bring the Sentra to a smooth, buttery stop? Brake pedal actually feels really quite good, and I'm kind of milking it there, but...
Smooth and milky, like butter.
Yes, buttery! God, I hope that becomes my catchphrase. Micah Muzio says, yes, buttery. This message brought to you by the American Butter Council. The American Butter Council, you gonna put butter on that? I find the Sentra to be a very pleasant vehicle to drive, but what a sweetie thing. Evie's at the wheel. First question, what's it like to have just a normal shifter instead of some weird twisty shifty knob like you get in a Toyota or something?
It's a throwback. I like it.
Cool, take us away. Let's talk about low speed maneuverability. How do you like driving this thing around?
I found it great because it's compact, it steers predictably, and I super dig that there is a 360 camera button that I can easily access. I use that a lot, actually.
Speaking of visibility, any outward visibility issues?
It looks like it should be a problem, but it's fine.
Oh yeah, that seat pillar is a little bit thick, but yeah, I didn't have any issues either. Now, can you make use of the roughly 35-foot turning circle to make a hard U-turn?
Whee! That wasn't hard at all, bro.
But now the real test. Sweetie, when you're ready, pull us out with whatever haste you can muster.
I don't like those beans.
Hey, we're making it a thing. Was that enough power?
No one was coming, so it was, but it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence for pulling ahead of traffic on blind corners. I didn't have any problems while I was driving it, but I wish there was more power.
What about steering? How's that working for you?
It's fine. Are we still in sport mode or standard? We're in standard.
Are you gonna give sport mode a go? You're doing it?
I am.
I know. Sweetie, in front of all the people?
Mother, in front of the children?
I saw a woman and she entered sport mode on camera. How's that feeling?
It's good. It does heavy up the steering a bit. Actually, I do like standard better.
Okay, the ultimate question. Do you like driving the Nissan Sentra?
I do like driving the Nissan Sentra.
Don't feel like you have to say more. That's good enough. Quickly, thank you. Thank you for supporting our channel. We appreciate it when you like, subscribe, leave a kind comment, leave a rude comment, and spike our engagement. Anyway, whatever you do to support us, we appreciate it. And now let's take a look under the hood in a test inspired by my buddy Brian. Here's how you open the hood on a Nissan Sentra. Here's where you can check the engine oil. Here's where you add engine oil. And over here on the left side, that's where you add the washer fluid. And if you're wondering what the horn sounds like, one cool feature on the Sentra is you got an auto unlock feature on walk up. There it goes, automatically unlocks. So I don't even have to push that button. Wow. And now you're wondering if it does the same thing when you leave? Yes, it does. Hi, sweetie. Taking a quick look at our trim recommendation, that's the trim that'll give you the essential Sentra features you'd regret not getting, but at the lowest possible price. In this case, the base S trim is well equipped to include smart cruise control, that 12.3-inch infotainment screen, but we'd absolutely skip it for the SV trim. That's one level up and it's only $770 more, but it adds single zone automatic climate control, that 12.3-inch driver display screen, alloy wheels instead of sad steel wheels with covers. It's a much nicer car for barely more money than the base trim. Of course, there's other compact cars you might want to consider, including the Honda Civic and Toyota Corolla that each offer hybrids. There's also the Kia K4 with an optional 190 horsepower engine, and all of those names I just mentioned also are offered with hatchback body styles. There's also the VW Jetta that we drove not too long ago, which is inexpensive and nicer than we expected. But all that said, the Nissan Sentra really is a good car at a good price. It's just doing its best to be the best it can. We could all learn from its example. But maybe we're missing something. If so, tell us in the comment section. And now it is our daughter's time to shine. Kiddo will now share her favorite feature.
My favorite feature is this. Why? So easy.
Family, I think we've done a good job reviewing the Nissan Sentra. 5, 5, and you. Come get your high five. Boop.